been 409 filings of different tribunal matters at the Kisumu Shared Services Center, and more than 50 persons walking into Kisumu Digital Services Hub to be heard from Nairobi, because the demand for the services is there, but there is limited. So I want us to think through, how do we then raise the visibility, because access to justice is an imperative under the Constitution. How do we make our Kenyan people know that there are forums that you can be heard affordably, speedily, and with specialized justice and flexibility of rules? I was speaking to some colleagues this morning about if Kenyans were aware that if you have a dispute with water resources bodies, the people who cut your water bill, the people who cut your power, people who discriminate against you, that there are tribunals that can take care of you. Or when a landlord or a tenant decides 2 months, 3 months, I'm not going to pay rent to the landlord, so there's no return on investment, that there is an avenue for the landlord to come. Or when a tenant is evicted, there is a place they can actually come for help. And then there are those that evict you at night when you least expect it. There's law to protect our people. So we do need to partner together, because we can't work in isolation. And this is just one of the many awareness forums that we shall be having. We intend to make it a quarterly event, but outside of we are going to be in this place today and tomorrow. And tomorrow we have admission of advocates happening here at the ceremonial hall. And it's important for lawyers to know that tribunals are a source of income, Mr. Kivuva. And it's also surprising because a while ago, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, everybody thought tribunals look like kangaroo, forums where people just come, joke around, but they are serious. Members, those are our chairpersons, and kindly take your seats. They're the ones who preside, and members as well, they're the ones who preside over matters in tribunals. And so we welcome the public to ask questions. All these are our staff. We are also registering cases online for the members of the public who do not know how to get into e-filing or check the status of your case. That desk is for that purpose. And we shall also ask you to evaluate if you have gotten the help that you required at the time from the desks that have been established. So mine is to welcome you most sincerely to this forum and to candidly give us solutions and suggestions. Esteemed customers, litigants, and members of the public. At this juncture, allow me to invite Honorable Lucas Onyina, the head of station Milimani, to welcome us to his seat of power. Karibu Chief of Chiefs.
Asante. I think she deserves a better clap. Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa. And I think I'll do the same thing that you've done. Avoid as much as possible speaking in Kiswahili so that I do not convey the wrong meaning. The Honorable, the Deputy Chief Registrar of the Judiciary, the Chairperson of the Law Society of Kenya, Nairobi chapter, the Registrar, Tribunals, Chairpersons of various tribunals and members, honorable colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Habari ya asubuhi. Vile mwenzangu amesema, jina langu ni Lucas Onyina, na kazi yangu nikiwa hapa ni fupi mno, manake nimeitwa niweze kuwakaribisha kwenye station hii ama koti hii. Milimani Law Court is a community of courts. We have different divisions here at Milimani, just the same way the Tribunals Shared Services Center also has different tribunals working together. So while you are here, please feel free. I believe you've been guided on where to get necessary services. We have our
basically is in the front line, helping members of the public navigate the complexities of our legal system. We usually see firsthand the challenges they face in seeking justice, whether due to high costs, long delays, or lack of understanding of their rights. So as at Kituo, we continue to be committed to continuing our work alongside the judiciary and the tribunals to ensure that every Kenyan, regardless of their background, can access fair and trusted platform for justice. We look forward to the insightful discussions over the next 2 days, and we also invite the members of the public who are in need of legal assistance to visit our office at Ole Odome Road around Milimani for further assistance. See you around, and yeah, let's enjoy the next 2 days. Thank you.
Asante sana, ujumbe mzuri kutoka kituo cha sheria. Sasa hivi mtaniruhusu niweze kumkaribisha mwenyekiti wa wanasheria kata hii ya Nairobi, Bwana Kivuna.
Asante sana Madam MC. Mtanikubalia niweze kuturidhika na itifaki iliyowekezwa na Madam MC, na niseme kwamba nabubujikwa na furaha siku ya leo, manake hii hafla ni hafla ya muhimu sana. Na kwanza niseme kwamba nimeangalia members wa tribunal na chairs wa tribunal, nimewaona classmates wangu kadhaa. Kwa hivyo classmates wangu mlio hapa mnajijua ama mnataka niwataje? Mnataka niwataje? Tuko naye Liz Mkamboi Lenjo ambaye ni chair tribunal ya copyrights, na ningependa pengine ni muombe, sijui kama atapata wakati wa kuongea, aweze kutueleza kwamba kama vile Madam MC ameweza kutohoa akaita mahakama mbadala tribunali, kama utohozi huo ni sawa, lakini yote 9-10 ni kwamba Madam MC anafanya kazi nzuri na nimependa jinsi anavyoendesha. Tuseme kwamba kama the Law Society LSK Nairobi branch tunafuraha sana, manake tumeweza kufanya kazi kwa pamoja na Tribunals, na kwa wakati huu manake tunaye the Honorable Paul Ndemo na wengine ambao wataweza kupotea nikizidi na Kiswahili changu mufti. Mtaniwia radhi na mnikubalie sasa niweze kuzama kwa kimombo. All protocols observed, distinguished guests, members of the bar, the bench, stakeholders in the justice sector, good morning. Allow me to first of all begin by thanking the Honorable Anne Sugar, the Registrar and the Head of the Tribunal Secretariat, for her visionary leadership and the outstanding work she and her team continue to deliver. Tribunals are indispensable to the Kenya's justice system by providing specialized, affordable and accessible forums for sector-specific disputes. They relieve pressure on our regular courts and strengthen the capacity of our formal conflict resolution institutions. Since their integration to the judiciary, we've recorded significant progress, but much remains to be done to boost their efficiency and adapt to the ever-evolving governance demands. As the chair of the LSK Nairobi branch, I represent more than 15,000 advocates, and our mandate is to enhance both the professional practice and welfare of our members within Kiambu and Nairobi counties. Today's Tribunal Awareness Forum is one of the many initiatives we've undertaken through our monthly Know Your Tribunal webinars. And I'd like maybe to just, at this juncture, bring to your attention that as the LSK Nairobi branch, we are very deliberate about sharing with our members the existence of certain tribunals. Today, as I was interacting with the chairs, I also came across certain tribunals that I was not aware of myself. And so I've had the registrar encourage us that tribunals are avenues through which my members can make money. And I promise you, we have done the Know Your Tribunal series. We will now be even more aggressive in ensuring that we bring some of these tribunals to the attention of our members. The Honorable Obonyo has told me that he chairs the Financial Center Tribunal, a premier tribunal for the big boys only. And so, because there are those who've avoided the tribunals because of the thinking that there may not be enough fees, I promise you, Honorable Registrar, that we will now be more aggressive. And I must thank the chairs of different tribunals who have come to the Know Your Tribunal series webinars, which are organized by the branch, and also invite other chairs and members of other tribunals to work with us, ensure that we sensitize our members. Because for me, why you may not have some tribunals busy is simply the fact that advocates do not know their existence. And if you do not know, unfortunately, you just don't know. So that if a client comes to you, you think that maybe the one place you can start will be the small claims court. Yet there could be a tribunal where justice will be faster and maybe even more efficient. So if we can work closely with the branch, I promise you, Honorable Registrar, that we will achieve a lot. But lastly, just to say that we will work together to ensure that there is sensitization among advocates especially. And lastly, I want to express my gratitude to to the various heads of tribunals who've joined us for the webinars. Your expertise has been invaluable. To those who've not yet participated, we warmly invite you to share your knowledge and help us continue raising awareness among our membership. Together, we can ensure that tribunals fulfill their promise of timely, specialized justice for all Kenyans. I commit to ongoing collaboration with all justice system stakeholders to enhance justice for every Kenyan, regardless of background. I want to thank you very much for inviting us. Asante sana.
Asante sana Bwana Mwenyekiti, and thank you for the commitment. It's music to my ears and I'm sure to many other people's ears seated around here. So as we draw to a close, allow me to just say it's been a pleasure serving all of you as your MC. Na msikuwe na pressure sana. Next time tutaongea kama na Gen Z kwa sababu tutakuwa sasa tuko ground imeshika, ground imetukubali, tuta change tune. Sasa tutakuwa na pressure. Lakini kwa sababu nilikuwa nimewaahidi pia mimi niko hapa kusoma, naona nitabadilisha. Sitaita mbadala, nitaita kama special. Au sio? Hiyo inaenda ni kama speciali. Ndio isikae ni kama sisi ni AOB. Sisi ndio wale, kama hatuko hakuna mahali pengine. Kwa hayo mengi na machache pia ningependa kuwashukuru wenzangu haswa katika idara ya hiyo mahakama speciali kwa kuweza kujitokeza kwa wingi, na tunawapea uhakikisho kwamba tutakuwa hapa siku hizi mbili kuweza kushughulikia wananchi. Allow me then at this juncture to invite the Honorable Registrar to take over the mantle from there. Honorable Registrar.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mwayulu. Thank you to the speakers who have spoken, and your points are taken, especially on the need to have sector tribunals. Waiting for those requests. I haven't seen any, so I did my own with the resources that I have, but will support those tribunals that want to go and sensitize. The LSK Chair, Nairobi branch, we value your partnership. You have been very consistent in informing your constituents through the webinars, and I have seen a lot of our chairs are joining, and there is a governance framework. You have chairs sitting with you. PPDT, a chair sits for six years, non-renewable. There's a tribunal that sits for 3 years, renewable. There's one for 5 years. Why the difference in tenures and format? There's a tribunal where there are no qualifications, just says a person. It doesn't say what you need to qualify with. There's another one, you must be an advocate of a High Court judge. An advocate or qualified to be a High Court judge. And the remuneration is not factored in with complexity, or it's just uniform. So we have issues, we do have issues. But this is what we tell ourselves every day, and even the chairs who sit, this is what they say. The first consideration is to first administer justice to the persons who have come as we deal with the issues at the background. And the issues being faced by tribunals of resources and lack of visibility, the issues that will be resolved with time. Judiciary has probably been around since 1931. Tribunals in judiciary came in 2017. So trust you me, I think we are at a very good pace. And I think with your partnership of the people here and the support of the public and our colleagues, we are going to make more milestones than we have done. So I think we are on track, and we shall only get better by continuously improving and making sure all voices are heard. But we probably need to think about sector-based tribunals. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to invite our Deputy Chief Registrar, Honorable Paul Ndemo, to come and address us. DCRJ, karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Honorable Asuga. I saw everybody who came here was trying to speak Kiswahili. Hata sisi sio wabaya sana. Chair wa Nairobi LSK. Mimi katika maisha yangu mengine nilikuwa mkalimani kanisani. Kwa hivyo Kiswahili hakinitishi. So as I was trying to help the MC to know what do we call a tribunal. You know, this is the day of these are the days of AI. So I went to Meta AI and said, what is the name of tribunals in Swahili? Do you know what he told me? He says, I don't understand Swahili yet. But I'm working on it. I will send you a message when we can talk in Swahili. So that is Meta AI. Sometimes AI doesn't always give us what we want. But anyway, Honorable Suga, Registrar Tribunals, Honorable Lucas Onyina, the head of station for Milimani Law Courts, the tribunal chairpersons and the members, LSK representative, that is the chair, Eric Kibuva. We have representative from Kituo cha Sheria, fellow colleagues from the judiciary, distinguished visitors, and our prospective clients. Good morning. It is indeed a great honor to have you join us today at this forum under the theme of access to justice through tribunals in Kenya. It gives us great pleasure to host you all to share and engage in understanding our tribunal systems and processes. And we hear what your representative of the chairs spoke about, having very sector-specific engagements. And I think you've got an assurance from the registrar tribunals and myself as the leadership of the judiciary that we will work on that. I think just to say that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And I think we need to acknowledge that this is a place to start so that people get to know what are the tribunals that we have. Then from there, now we go into very sector-specific tribunals. And with that, I would really like to express our very deep appreciation for our registrar, Honorable Alana Suga. Her very remarkable stewardship and leadership have resulted in tribunals really shining brightly. And we should commend her for what she has done. And we are now celebrated not just as great innovators, but as leaders in pioneering initiatives that enhance access to justice, including the shared services model that we have been told about, and then today's Know Your Tribunal events, among others. We've actually received delegations from other jurisdictions just to learn about how are we dealing with the tribunals. And so there's a lot of things that we can be proud about. Honorable members of tribunals, though your judicial duties often go without applause, profoundly impacts the lives of countless Kenyans who may never stand before you. This quiet service to humankind is what builds a just nation, and its rewards are measured in the trust and the safety of the people that you serve. Our distinguished guests, our invitation today really is to unpack in detail the significant advantages that are available within the tribunal system. And a number of speakers have actually spoken to that already. And this includes very sector-specific expertise, simplified procedures, the speedier resolution of disputes, all at a fraction of a cost to what we normally have in the normal courts. The judiciary administers 27 tribunals which have transited to the courts, and these are currently handling 14,522 active cases. In this current financial year alone, we have seen filing of over 10,000 new cases. But these are not just numbers. I think that's really important for us to recognize, because these represent people, they represent societies, they represent communities. sometimes we may be tempted just to look at it as numbers, but they represent people's livelihoods, businesses, and so this is a very significant number. Tribunals are established under various laws with their mandate firmly anchored in our constitutional vision of ensuring access to justice for all. Currently, the Tribunals Bill is to be resubmitted for parliamentary consideration, and the judiciary is actively engaging with stakeholders to ensure that this bill creates a stronger legal framework, harmonizes operations across all tribunals, and makes them more responsive to public needs. This is a critical part of our wider ongoing conversation on improving service delivery. This forum is dedicated to expanding the doorways to justice. It's about increasing the visibility of these options, promoting access, enhancing legal literacy, and above all, making the entire system more accountable to you. And as partners on matters related to delivery of justice, we are working together to empower citizens with this legal knowledge and simplify the journey practical terms. And by the end of this forum, you will have a clear understanding of how to file a case, where to seek help, and how to navigate your matter effectively. This collaborative spirit is what we call cooperative dialogue. That is a justice system that embraces collaboration, active communication, and the inclusion of all stakeholders in shaping its policies and practices. Our social transformation through access to justice framework embodies this by treating stakeholders as champions for justice. We are clear that together we will improve trust and public confidence in the judiciary, focusing on the entire justice journey, even beyond the courtroom. As an institution, the judiciary has committed to break any barrier that denies access to justice, such as the fear of the judicial system, lack of access, financial inaccessibility, lack of information or knowledge of rights, among others. And this is your forum, because you are the main stakeholders in justice. Let us learn, let us question, let us engage. And together we can make justice through tribunals not only accessible, but truly meaningful for every citizen. Thank you very much, and I wish us a very fruitful engagement today and tomorrow.
Asante sana naibu msajili wa mahakama. Na sasa mtaniruhusu tulianza na maombi, pia tutafunga kikao na maombi. Bwana Mali, tongea.
Let's pray. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alayhim ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim waladdallin. Amin.
Asante sana. Hata ingawa tumefunga sherehe rasmi ya kufungua sherehe hii ya siku mbili, bado tuko hapa hadi kesho, so we are free to start engaging. Thank you very much, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for creating time and for being here. Asanteni sana. Oh, samahani.
Thank you, Sharon, for officiating that. We are now entering into engagements with our tribunals, and our staff from different tribunals are there to assist our clients. As we said, if you go around, you will find the tribunal that is relevant to what you may want after registration. That's the case registration desk, or case asking status of your case. And we can have some of our chairs go to where their tribunals are, we have the environment corner at that end, environment and land at that corner. We have the human rights, which is education, HIV on this side, and the rest are distributed. So if our clients would like to be assisted by any of our staff, it's now open to consultation. We have materials that people can take away to go and learn more about the tribunal they wish to consult. And we are available here today and tomorrow to make sure that we make this happen. Thank you very much, and we welcome you again tomorrow. We close at 4:30, so we are here to assist the clients as they walk in. Karibuni sana. How do you open this?